Hello, hello, hello! It's Monday night, and that means that it's time for another Monday night live video. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. um, yeah, typical Monday here in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Just getting home, having a little bit of dinner with the hubby, and now I'm ready to do some crafting. I'm really excited about this video, what I have planned. Hi, Sally, and I see your comment, and hi to anybody else who's out there. Hi, Barb. So glad you guys are hopping on to join me. I love sharing different ideas, and so it feels good to have you watching and enjoying. So what I'm going to do today is just my type stamp set. So one of the reasons I am so excited about what I'm about to make is this has been my favorite stamp set since the new catalog launched in May. Well, and actually the pre-order was before that, so I saw the catalog much before, could not wait to get my hands on this stamp set, and have yet to stamp this actual little typewriter. I've had a vintage typewriter for many years. I used to get it out all the time and type little letters. It was really hard. I think we have it so easy. We're really spoiled with our computers. But these little typewriters are so cute. My typewriter is green, and so I'm gonna stamp it in a color that's similar to green, not too far off. But I've also seen some really cool old vintage typewriters that are pink. They're a fortune though, so I haven't been able to what's the word? Splurge for that yet, but maybe someday. Anyway, so yeah, let's get started. So I've done this before and I'm doing it again now. I haven't made this project yet, but I know what I'm going to do. So hopefully it will work out. We'll see. I'm going to start by stamping in probably my all-time favorite Stampin' Up! Color, Coastal Cabana. Since all the new colors came out with the color refresh this year, I have totally neglected this color, and it just felt right to get back in touch with it today. And I can see a hair in there, but I think it's underneath, so we're probably okay. Let's see how this stamps. So I'm just going to stamp this right here and build. Whoa, wow, that's sticky. Okay, build a little typewriter as was intended with this stamp set. So there's two different types of paper that can come out of the stamp set. This one has kind of a corner bent down, and then the other one is more straight. So I'm going to do this one and just have it go right there. I think I'll do that in Pretty Peacock though. I was kind of going back and forth on what color to make the paper. Let's try this and see how it looks. Okay, Pretty Peacock. And then finally we need a little, oh, you know what so I've got some of the accessories. There's a thank you. There's a little paper clip, which is so cute. And then there's a heart. So I was thinking maybe I'll do the thank you full strength and the heart in the background in a much lighter color. Let's try that and see how it looks. I wanted to do the heart in Boho Blue. Haven't used this color very much either. So I'm going to do it really light in like Stamped Off. We'll just kind of do that in the middle. So it's kind of barely there. Oh, that looks pretty. I'm loving it so far. And then maybe I'll just do, let's see. Let's test this. This is what grid paper is for, right? You test. So this is what it looks on there. Really light strength. And then if I do a full strength thank you over it. Yeah, that looks cute. It's almost lost, though. The heart is almost lost. I wonder if I did it, like, more to the side. That's cute. Then my thank you is going to be kind of off-center. But I think I'm going to try that, and we'll see. You guys, I'm watching your comments, so it's always an acceptable practice to send me messages about what you think about what I'm doing. Like, no! Don't do it off to the side. That's so weird. Do it in the middle. You know, anything like that you want to say. I'm watching, but let's actually, I kind of feel like maybe I should stamp it in. Let's try, I'm going to test it one more time and try, whoops, not that one. Try it in Peacock. So there's the full strength, and there's how it will look. There's me cleaning my stamp. And, oh, I don't have Peacock open anymore. So thank you. Kind of up and off to the side. Yeah, I think I like that better. All right. Moment of truth. I'm committing. Okay. I like it. It's unique. If I were to do it again, I would put the heart a little bit that way. Wow, I got a lot of shadows going on here. I couldn't find one of my plugs, so one of my lights is not on. So thanks for bearing with me. Now, I've seen a lot of other people using this stamp set cut it out, and I think it looks so cute cut out. But I'm not really a big fussy cutting type of person, so I'm going to try to cut it out with a die instead and see how that looks. But first, I think maybe a a Coastal Cabana paperclip might be a nice touch. So let's just put that right up there. Try to find the right placement. It's kind of colliding with the tall K. So I'll move it over a bit that way. Okay. Now I need your opinions. How's that looking? Ah, it's so cute. I'm dying. I love it. Oh, amazing. I think I'm done with ink, so I'm going to put these all away. Oh. I couldn't really get that close. Now I got Peacock all over my fingers. Ink pad's done. Okay, so here's the die that I grabbed. This is from, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. They're like it's like a bunch of layering pieces. This is the biggest one I could find in my stash. And it looks like it might cut the typewriter off a bit. So maybe I'm going to improvise, not do that, and instead I'll just cut it. Let's just cut it around the typewriter so that we don't cut it off and have to start over. So I'll just kind of do, when I cut things, when I want to cut them close, I usually just put, like I find a certain mark on my paper trimmer and then I just match everything up with that. So let's see if I can get it even all the way around. Okay. I'm surprised, I'm happy I don't have any ink on my fingers that's getting on my project. I was worried about that. So that's good news. Let's see, where are we here? Is that right? Yeah, it looks pretty close as far as equidistant from the typewriter. Ah, cutie! So cute, so happy. Now we need a little bit of paper to go behind it. So I picked this one out because we have a designer series paper sale going on. So it's the perfect time to use designer series paper, of course. And this one, I think we just need like a little piece behind it. So it's like that, because obviously this is kind of notebook paper. So let's see, how big did I cut this? It's like 2.5 by a little over 3. So I wonder if I cut it 3 by, let's see. Well, yeah, I'll have that pink line right there. 3 by a little more than 3.5. Was that what it was, or was it 3.5? No, it's just a little over 6. So a little more than 3.5. So I'm adding a 1/2 inch on either side, so that it's a little bit bigger than the other piece that I have. Let's see. There we go. That's a good rule of thumb, just to add like about a 1/2 inch. Okay. And this actually worked out perfectly because it looks like a perfect notebook paper with that pink line down the side. So cute. So I could put it right in the middle, but I'm going to offset it a little bit so that you can see both, like that. Now here's the part where I need your help. Okay, I'm looking at your comments now. Nested Essentials, that's right, Leslie Claire. And Sally, yes, thank you. Thank you for the validation on good choice with the ledger paper. So I've got 4 colors of cardstock that could be my card. You guys can help me with this. Fresh Freesia, and I would have had that ink candy, but I couldn't find it. It's buried somewhere. So Fresh Freesia is an option. Peacock is an option. Coastal, I'm going to say no on that because there's too much of that. And then the last one I grabbed was Orchid Oasis. That looks pretty good there, I will say. But I think, what do you guys think? I'm thinking this one. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the Orchid Oasis. Let's try the Peacock. Okay, Barb says Peacock. Oh, yeah, I do like that. That looks really good. Let's go with that. Okay, so I need to make my card base. I'm just cutting my cardstock in half, one direction, and then scoring at 4 1/4. And that is my card base. I'm going to keep this pretty simple because I still have something cool to show you. I don't know if you saw the video description, but it said origami envelope. So that's going to be the really exciting part of this project. So I'm just going to keep this, I don't know, does it go in the middle? Does it go to the side? I'm not sure on that. I think maybe to the side a little bit. I like it. Where is my adhesive? Oh, it's like literally not, not there. Oh dear. I know why, because I went to a friend's house on Friday and I took all my adhesive, so I'll have to use an old temporary adhesive. I'm thinking like that. Okay, I like it. And then for this one, of course, dimensionals. I've only got black ones. Actually, no, that's not true. I've got a couple of these. So I'll just get one of these, cut it in half. And I'll have a nice, strong foundation here for my card. Now, before I stick that down, I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon. And I've got the Boho Blue, what is this ribbon called? Textured ribbon. I haven't used this yet. If I tied it in a bow or a knot, I've tried that on other cards with different colors, and it just takes over. So I'm going to attempt to do something a little less overwhelming. I love the color of this ribbon and the texture. It feels really cool, but it is kind of heavy. So it'd be great for gift packaging. It'd really be perfect for that. So I don't know. All the Stampin' Up's ribbons are so awesome. There's so much variety, and that's important. So I like that. Okay, I think that's maybe even a little bit too long. So let's cut it shorter and try again. Okay, let's see. Michelle, you said fresh freesia. Yeah, I was torn over that. I'll have to try this project with fresh freesia and see how it looks finished. Okay, so that's going to be my little ribbon, I don't know, what do you call those? Tails? I'm sure there's some name for it. And I'm just going to staple this. I hope I got onto the, oh, that's perfect. Okay, we're ready. Oh, it didn't really go through the ribbon that great, but that's okay. Just kind of coax it through there. Okay. I am loving this color scheme. I am so pleased. Adorable. I think, you know what I was, in hindsight, I wonder about doing, I'll just do it right now. Who needs hindsight? I'm going to take this little paper clip and stamp a little background on this Peacock card base. And there won't be any overlapping the pieces coming out from underneath, but probably nobody will know except for you guys. So you have to keep my secret that I did this last minute. I guess that doesn't really matter. I'm thinking of it in a funny way. Uh-oh, missed on that one. I'm afraid I won't get it in the right place. Hold on, hold please, let's get this right. Okay, pretty close. I got a corner right there though, so I'll have to just cover that up with that. Oh my word, what? Is this stamp set really this cute? I cannot believe it. Okay. Ah, no, that did not happen. You can't see that, can you? Right there. Pretend like you can't see it. See, I should have cleaned this. Let me try that again. Don't you hate that? If you're like almost to the very tippy end of your project and then you mess something up. Okay, Put one more right there, and that's a good enough stopping place. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe my favorite project I've made in a really long time, and I'm very pleased because I made it the first time live in front of all of you. Let's do an origami envelope, shall we? Gosh, I just yelled that. I hope it didn't scare you guys. So now we can do our envelope with this. What? How perfect is that? This designer series paper is in the same pack, Delightfully Eclectic, that I used last week on my Monday Night Live, and the ledger paper, notebook paper, are the same. So how cool is that? It's like they were perfectly supposed to coordinate with each other. Although these two products I don't think were intended that way. So what I'm going to do on this is, and this has hearts on the back. These are so cute. But it's going to peek through a little bit. But the main side that we're going to see is the, oh, you know what, and I planned to put this in my paper trimmer and I can't because I need to do a diagonal scoring line here. So maybe I'll just fold it and that'll be my scoring line. Also haven't practiced this. Now, my mother-in-law gave me this envelope. She's been doing a lot of paper crafting lately and trying all different things and doing stuff for neighborhood people and church people and all kinds of stuff. So she has inspired me to try to figure out this little envelope right here. And I thought there's no better time than during a designer series paper sale. Okay, so that way we got, there we go. Oh, sorry about that. Shook you all. Okay. Now let's see. Next step. So from here, I need to score about 4.5 inches away from that. So I'm going to put this into my paper trimmer and put the fold at 4.5 inches. And then I'm going to make sure to put it at 4.5 inches on the top too. Okay, I can add these measurements to the video description when I get finished. So 4.5 inches, or if you have a piece of DSP handy, you can do this along with me. And then I'll do the same on the top. Actually, let's see, is that the top or the bottom? This, yeah, they're going to be close to the same, but one needs to be slightly smaller than the other. The bottom needs to be slightly smaller, but since I did the top first, I'll just slide that like a teensy-tiny bit over. Okay, there we go. Okay, so maybe it doesn't matter which is the top and the bottom either. I think it does matter. Okay, this is going to be the bottom, and this is going to be the top. Let's see if it reaches down like I think it should. Yeah, it does. Okay, so now it kind of looks like a bandana, you know, like when you're folding up a bandana. So 4.5, and then this is going to be another, both of those scored 4.5 away from the center. Now I need to fold these side pieces in, and those can just be scored straight from the corner right there, or maybe just a teeny bit in so that there's not like a piece poking out, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just scored that outside one. I wasn't able to score all the layers because they are layered on top of each other. Okay, looking at your comments now. Sweet card, super cute, love the card. Oh, I'm so glad, you guys, thanks. So this folds over this way, and this is why we've got a bone folder handy, so that even though we weren't able to score all the layers, it'll help us get a nice, good crease right there. And this is looking not quite right, so there should be a little bit more overlap there. So I know what I did wrong. These needed to come in. Now I see why those need to be in further. So I'm going to go back now and score these at 1/2 inch in from where I was before. That should be enough, I hope. Let's try that. Does it annoy you guys watching an experiment, or are you like sitting there with your bucket of popcorn wondering what's going to happen next? I don't know. Sometimes it annoys me, but if I know like kind of where the person is going, I can sit and watch. Okay, so that's that. So when you guys do this, oh, that didn't, where did that other line go? I don't see it. Where did I not score? I scored the same one twice. Okay, that was super smart. So let me try that one more time. Okay, so fold that over. There we go. So that way we have a little bit more overlap here in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and glue that right down, which is going to be weird because I don't have my good adhesive. Let me stand up and see if there's any around here that I'm not seeing. Okay, we'll just go for it with this one and see what happens. Oh, I've got my tear and tape. That should work. So tear and tape first. So all of these pieces are all going to get taped down, even this piece right here, because when the envelope opens, we're not going to put the card in here. Let's see, wait, is that where we put it? Nope, we're going to put the card in here. And so I want this taped down so that if the person that you give this to wants to put their card back in it after opening it, they won't be confused on where to put it. So that's there, that's stuck, no question there. Let's see, I'm going to do this one down here. And, oh, you guys are saying you like watching. Okay, that's good. At least a few of you anyway. Thanks for being along for the ride. Okay, so that's taped down. And now we're going to do this one too. But before I tape this one down, we need to come back to the middle. So we need to find the middle now. How big is this? It should be, it's 6.5. So 3 1/4 is going to be the middle. I'm just going to mark a little pencil mark, or I guess it could be a score line. No, the score line didn't work, so I'm just going to mark a tiny little dot and see if I can get that to be in there. There we go. So I've got a tiny dot marked right there, so I know where the middle is. Now I'm going to take this piece, let's see, let's stick this down, but not the corner. So I'm going to stick it down to that point right there. Pull that up. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's not good because now my card doesn't go. Oh, I guess it can still go in here. See, I've done something wrong. How do I stick those down? I think I just am supposed to do it along the bottom. Did you guys know you could reposition tear and tape? I've never tried to do that before, but it's mostly doing it until now. Now it's ripping. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to tear that. I'm going to remove that adhesive. Maybe it's really old, so it's not sticking very well. Maybe I should just do a new piece of Designer Series paper. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay. That is not coming off. I'm surprised it didn't stick as much as I thought it would. That's kind of crazy, huh? Okay, so for just the sake of finishing this project up, I'm going to take some little pieces of paper and just cover that up so that it doesn't stick anymore. And it's going to be folded inside, so nobody will know. Okay, got that. We're going to get there eventually. I promise you guys. Okay. Whew, we recovered. Let's do this down here. And fold that over. Okay, so now we have like a little pouch for our card. I still do not think it's going to fit because our card is 4 1/4. So this is going to be interesting. Maybe we'll have to, maybe the flap won't have to be as big. Okay, so now, here's the part I was getting at, why I marked the center. Now we want to fold that back so that it's fold right back to that point. That's the center point, like so, and then fold it like this. So it's like a little pocket right there that's going to catch the top. Okay, see that? It's like a little pop-up thing. Cute. Okay, so let's tape this down. Fold that over. That little piece pops up and catches the top of the envelope. Look at that, it worked! How exciting! Okay, now we need to make sure everything is a lot more complete. And there you have it. Look at that. Our little origami envelope. Let's see if our card fits inside. Oh my goodness, moment of truth. I'm running into something there. What is it? And there we go. It almost fits. So if I did it again, I would probably, you can't really score a lot bigger because then the top won't fit. So I'd probably make the card a little bit smaller. So I don't think I can do that now because we are, well, maybe I can just slice off a little teeny edge down there. Let's see what happens. Okay, just a sliver. That was only one layer of the card though, I think. Okay, that'll have to do. Oh, that does fit. It does! Yay, look! Ta-da! All done. Okay, so now this is all ready to be gifted to some lucky recipient who did something nice, and now they get an adorable handmade thank you card with origami envelope. That's it, you guys. If any of you that are watching make this, please post a picture in the comments so I can see what your take is on the envelope, what papers you use, how it works out if you adjust it and find that it's a little bit better. Oh, I just love that the top is hearts too, because that is just a normal envelope anyway that might have a design right there. Or maybe you just put it like this and give it away like that. This is what I'll put it right like this and put it on display up on my bulletin board. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here for Monday Night Live, and I'll see you next week every Monday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Oh, I wanted to also say, if you haven't yet had a chance to watch our first episode of the Great American Stamping Show, go check out my featured posts or go to my YouTube channel to watch the first episode of that, and the 3 other videos of the other demonstrators that I have partnered with on that. Those ended up being really fun, and the projects are completely different from each other, all using gorgeously made. So go check those out if you haven't done it already. There's the paid programming for tonight, or unpaid commercial, I guess. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.